Welcome to our pitch. Today we'll be presenting a learning activity designed to introduce students to the basic concepts in coding while exploring the skills and information they need to stay safe online. Our target demographic for this activity is students in grade 6 who have already completed the unit on cybersafety. The purpose of our game is to use Scratch as a supplementary classroom resource for children's awareness of cybersafety while at the same time developing their programming skills. Students participating in our activity will be given the opportunity to create a choose-your-own-adventure game based on a variety of online scenarios.
Using two learning management systems for this game, we're using Google Classroom and Google Slides. Google Classroom will be used for us as a group to share resources such as websites, and Google Slides will be used to help us present our lesson plans in an engaging manner.
This activity will take place over 3 lessons. The first lesson is an introduction to Scratch and learning about the platform. The second lesson involves learning the mechanics of coding and game design. And lastly, in the third lesson, students will have the opportunity to create and demo their own games.
As introduced earlier, for Lesson 1, we will be learning about our platform. We will be using the platform Scratch, which is a free visual programming platform which allows students to create their own interactive stories, games, and animations. Scratch is an app designed specifically so that primary school age students can learn to program in a simple and easy way. The students who are using the game will be learning to practice coding, and eventually they will be able to learn to create their own games on Scratch. We will be giving the students instructions on how to set up Scratch, such as learning how to create a Scratch account and how they can be able to learn to use Scratch, such as in later lessons where we will be exploring how to practice coding and how to create their own games.
In the second lesson, students will explore the potential of Scratch for game design through learning, coding, and game design principles. The first 25 minutes will be spent learning the mechanics of Scratch. The second 25 minutes will focus on the more creative side of Scratch, and the final 10 minutes, students will be briefed on the fundamental aspects of game design.
For Lesson 3, students will come up with a series of scenarios and challenges that they might encounter in the online world. Then, using the previous lessons, students will create their own story-based game within Scratch. Students will then be able to play each other's games as well as presenting the games to younger students. The design thinking process was quite simple for us. Year 6 students are coming into their own as adolescents, so the freedom to make their own unique game was quite appealing. They also can be given small amounts of responsibility, which we use by having them educate younger students using their game. We knew we needed to have a certain amount of creative freedom and recognizable elements for the students to engage as much as possible. For this, we had several different ideas, including a Space Invaders style game, but the ability to allow students more freedom and customization made making their own story-based game the best choice for us.
Thank you for listening to our pitch.